Hello. So the intention for now is to make space for whatever we feel, but especially make space for boredom. And I heard this idea from Alex that boredom seems to be an important factor to allow creativity for children, and so I'm slightly curious about what is going to emerge if I make space for feeling bored for you and for me. I think in the last few days, I think I felt quite bored with not really knowing what I wanted to say in my videos, my daily videos. And it's true that in some way I kind of rushed a bit through those videos to avoid making space for the feeling of boredom. But so I'm quite curious what's going to happen if I make space for feeling bored right now in terms of creativity. But yeah, feeling curious is different from being bored. Anyway, so I'm going to try to see if I can explore, recreate the feeling of boredom right now, just to see what emerges. Hmm. What emerges is thinking, so it comes in the forms of words, which is what I'm doing is meaningless and it goes nowhere. And it's very boring to think that. But it's still funny. I mean, I had a similar experience when I was my video in French, and right now there's a moment where I kind of connect with just allowing the feeling and the thinking, and it becomes kind of fun. But right now I'm back into boredom. I'm back into the sense of disconnection from the meaning of what I'm doing right now. I'm telling myself that it's kind of a lack of respect for myself and for you to just create such a video, and it's embarrassing. And yeah, it's true that I am tempted to just turn off the video and do something else. And so I'm trying to experiment staying a tiny bit longer within that experience, within that felt experience, and see if anything emerges from that. I doubt it, but if I don't do the experience, I won't know. So sorry if you feel offended and outraged by what I'm doing, this experimentation. Um, I guess what comes up is just this is where I am. This is the phase I'm in at this very moment where I'm doing this video in my life. It's a moment, some kind of a crisis moment, where I find it hard to really know what's gonna happen next. And I guess probably there's a longing for acceptance that I am where I am. Yesterday I was talking about an image that I got of a surfer being, in the water, and between two waves, there's a moment where there is either no waves or just waves that are not interesting enough. And so the idea is to wait for the next interesting wave. And I kind of like the idea that boredom is in some way is being in some kind of that kind of space where the next interesting impulse, the next interesting wave of energy that one wants to take on is not yet here. It's just a space where it's not yet here. And so it's true, I like the idea that, instead of rushing, doing things, just to kind of compensate this moment of, for example, if the surfer, instead of give up waiting for the next wave, just whistle, and then a helicopter catch him or her, and it just go do something else, or get out of the water and go eat a pizza or whatever. Then the next wave can come and the surfer would not get it. So there's something around this idea of allowing boredom, allowing to get bored, that kind of makes sense. And so I'm exploring that, and I'm beginning to find interesting things. Yeah, I'm beginning to find that there's a sense of peacefulness that comes up when I'm just allowing, this experimentation of boredom, and not knowing what's gonna happen next, when the next, impulse of that would feel like really interesting and meaningful happen. I don't know. But already I feel already some benefit, a sense of being more at peace with just allowing that space to where I was in to be. I find that I'm more in a place where I feel okay now, even more okay than I was before starting this video. That I am going through a phase where I'm struggling a bit with those videos every day, and but I'm gonna keep doing them, and at one point, some kind of impulse, some wave will appears, and if I'm present enough, I will be able to catch it. And hopefully, what I'm saying will make some kind of meaning to you, and you will find some similarity with some places where you are in your life, either right now or maybe one day. You remember that voice that spoke through this video to you, and suddenly something out of it will make sense to you. So it's possible, and in the meantime, I'm gonna wish you good night or good day, whatever the time it is you're looking at that. For those who watch in replay, and for those in live, good night. Whatever your time zone, I'm not sure about your time zone, that's another factor. Anyway, yeah, I see tomorrow this space for video will offer. Thanks for your attention.